The NBA, meanwhile, last night announcing that it is suspending its season indefinitely. Join us now on the Squawk Newsline, Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban. And you know more than we do, I guess, Mark, about what the NBA is thinking. But any idea about what a suspension means in terms of the duration, or they don't know either?
Nobody knows. I mean, we'll just wait it out. I mean, for all the reasons Dr. Gottlieb and your other guests have been discussing all morning, this is the ultimate definition of a black swan event, and whatever we suppose, it's just a guess.
When you hear that China they're going back, they're going to play again after 10 weeks, does that seem possible that it could be that short? And is that what you're planning for as an owner?
No. I mean, the owners will decide, but I think effectively we're going to see what the science tells us. I mean, we'll see. Dr. Gottlieb was talking about how the virus spreads throughout the country and different communities, and we'll learn from that and see what happens and try to be agile and act accordingly.
When you were there last night, you had no idea that any of this was happening, or when you found out.
No. So I'll tell you exactly what happened. Before the game, I went and spoke to the team, and one of the guys asked me, what do you think the chances are that the season gets suspended? And I told him 5%, 10% at the most. I didn't think it was a likely outcome. And then when it happened, it was like, wow. I obviously was stunned, and it was just, then the minute I heard, it was just like my mind started racing. Okay, what all has to happen, and what can we do to make sure we're putting our players, fans, and customers, in the safest possible position?
And Mark, I have a terrible question, but we've also been talking about this all morning. In terms of the economic cascade effects and the insurance that the team, leagues, sponsors, and networks may or may not have, what do you know?
Well, I know I checked our insurance, and it doesn't cover it. I'm waiting to hear back on the NBA if they have anything, but there's nothing that I have. Even some basic business interruption insurance isn't going to really have much help at all. And in terms of cascading effects, we had already been discussing how to deal and support with our hourly workers, because obviously if they're not going to have games or events, they're stuck. And just having some brief conversations yesterday with some of the hour-to-hour folks last night, they were obviously concerned. So we'll put together a program for them. But downstream, in terms of vendors and small businesses in the area, and then what happens from there, I mean, this is new territory for all of us. And so it's hard to predict. And in terms of duration, is it 30 days? Is it 60 days? How long will all this last? How long will the impact? Everybody's guessing, and what I've told all of our people is, one, safety first. Two, be considerate. I'm lucky. I don't need to worry about that next dollar or last dollar. So when in doubt, be supportive of a small business or an hourly worker. And three, be agile, because this is new territory for everybody. Pay attention. Let's be as smart as we can and work closely with the NBA, because the NBA has hired experts to deal with the experts at the CDC and HHS and whoever else can convey information that is useful to us.
Hey, Mark, I want to thank you so much for calling in today. I think your comments have been spot on, and we really appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.
My pleasure, guys.